You don't need to understand what you're feeling, but you do need to stop pretending you don't feel it. Today, the moon, natural ruler of emotions, returns to its home turf, Cancer. And with that return, something inside you also begins to stir, silently, in waves, in memories you didn't even know you were still carrying. Maybe you wake up with a tight chest. Maybe you feel the urge to isolate yourself, or maybe you just notice you're more sensitive and can't quite explain why. The truth is, this moon touches something beyond the mind. It breaks through your defenses, melts your armor, and whispers, "Hey, you can stop now. You can come back to yourself." Today's energy isn't in a rush. It doesn't demand action. It asks for care. If you've been pushing too hard, trying to hold everything together while quietly falling apart inside, this moon is your shelter, your reminder. Today, the sky offers you a home within yourself. And the question it brings is simple. Are you going to keep running, or are you coming home? It's not physical exhaustion, it's existential. The Cancer moon arrives like an invisible call. Stop, not to give up, but to listen. Because when the soul asks for rest and you ignore it, the body gets sick, relationships crack, and life loses flavor. Even when everything looks fine on the outside. Today, the sky isn't asking for your productivity. It wants your presence. It wants you to ask yourself, how am I really doing? What's hurting that I've been pushing aside? What do I need to feel before I can move forward? The pause this moon brings isn't weakness. It's emotional intelligence. It's the break that heals, the silence that restores, the rest that reconnects. Today, don't fight it. If your body asks for rest, give it. If your emotions rise up, embrace them. If longing shows up unannounced, feel it. Because today, the world doesn't need your rush. It needs your honesty. You were taught to stay strong, to hold back your tears, to handle everything. But today, the Cancer moon wants you to know, feeling deeply is what makes you human and whole. Maybe you're more emotional today. Maybe small things are getting to you. Maybe a memory, a song, an image brings you to tears. But none of that is weakness. It's a sign your soul is alive, that you're not numb, that something inside you is asking not to be judged, but noticed. Sensitivity isn't something to fix. It's something to honor, because only those who still care, still feel. Only those who still have hope feel. Only those who, even tired, still have a beating heart feel. Today, don't fight it. Use your sensitivity as a compass. It'll lead you back to what really matters. Today, you might feel a longing for something you can't quite name, a scent, a memory, an energy that takes you back to a time when things felt simpler or just more real. That feeling isn't random. It comes from the soul's memory, from the part of you that knows you left something important along the way. Maybe you left behind a dream, maybe a version of yourself that felt lighter, or maybe someone who marked you deeply, even if life moved on. The Cancer moon reopens old doors, not so you can return to the past, but so you can retrieve the pieces of yourself you left there. Today's invitation is this: reconnect with what still matters, even if it feels far away, even if it hurts to remember. We all need a space where we can simply be who we are. No performance, no masks, no filter. Today, the moon's energy makes you ask, where do I truly belong? Who makes me feel whole? Cancer stirs this deep emotional need for belonging. And maybe as you look around, you realize you still don't feel truly at home with anyone. But maybe that place still needs to be built by you, through more honest choices, through more nurturing relationships, And most of all, through your own permission to stop trying to fit in. Have you ever felt like, even after a full night's sleep, your body still feels heavy? That even though you rested, your soul remains tired? That's the kind of exhaustion the Cancer moon brings to light. It's not physical, it's emotional. It's the weight of layer upon layer of unspoken feelings, of stifled pain, of stories you stacked on top of each other but never truly processed. It's the burden of swallowing your tears out of pride, staying silent so you don't bother anyone, taking care of everyone and forgetting yourself, demanding strength while every part of you is begging for comfort. This is the kind of tiredness the world can't see, but you carry it in your eyes. And today, with the moon in the sign of care and comfort, the sky is offering you a permission you've never given yourself. The permission to stop, to let it all down, to say, I need care too. The truth is, most of our pain doesn't come from how intense life gets, but from the lack of space to feel any of it. You kept going, you pushed through, you functioned, but you didn't feel. And now, your body holds what your soul couldn't say. This exhaustion that sleep can't fix is a cry for pause from the part of you you've most neglected, your emotional self. And healing won't come through productivity, it comes through surrender. Today, give yourself permission to cry for what got stuck in your throat. Remember with kindness what or who you had to leave behind. Stop pretending everything's under control. Say, even if only to yourself, I'm exhausted. That's the first step. Then look around and ask yourself, who's taking care of me? Who can I be real with without putting on a mask? What am I trying to carry alone that's already too heavy? You might realize that the deepest part of your exhaustion isn't just about what you feel, but about carrying it all alone for far too long. And it's okay if today all you want is to simply be. No replies, no strength, no pressure to keep it together. The Cancer moon understands. It holds you. It rocks you gently. It reminds you that you don't need to heal every day, but you do need to stop hurting yourself by pretending you don't feel. So, if all you want is quiet today, take it. If the tears come, let them. If you feel like asking for help, do it. You don't need to explain this kind of tired. You just need to honor it. Because every time you meet your pain with love, a piece of your soul comes back home. Today, the Cancer moon has no patience for emotional cover-ups. It dissolves anything fake, forced, or hidden. It invites you, gently but firmly, to stop pretending. Because pretending you're okay takes energy. And that energy is being pulled away from what truly needs care. The courage the sky asks for today isn't about enduring. It's about allowing yourself to feel without rushing to understand. Allowing vulnerability without fearing it makes you weak. Because sometimes the strongest thing you can do is admit, I'm not okay, but I want to be again. Cancer rules the bonds that soothe, the affections that heal, the connections that say, stay, when the world pushes you away. Today, the sky asks, who do you miss? Who do you wish you could just sit with, even in silence? This isn't about neediness, it's about reconnection. Who can listen to you without judgment? Who offers a space where you don't have to explain a thing? And more importantly, are you offering that space to someone else? The Cancer moon reminds us that sometimes all you need is a shoulder, an open ear, a safe space, even if it's just for a few minutes. You can have a roof over your head and still not feel at home, because home, in the deep emotional sense that Cancer represents, isn't an address. It's a way of being. You feel at home when you're with people who truly see you when you're in spaces that don't demand effort just to exist, or when you're alone with yourself and don't feel like running away. Today, the moon invites you to recreate that sense of home within by carving out moments of silence, by honoring what you feel, by letting your emotional body find shelter inside you. Because the truest home, the one no one can take away, is the one you build by accepting yourself as you are. Not everything that touches you deserves to enter. Not every feeling needs to be shared with the world. Today, the Cancer moon activates the sacredness of intimacy, that quiet space where love stops being exposure and becomes refuge. Cancer protects, it nurtures, it builds a shell around what is precious. And right now, you need that. Protect your peace, protect your deepest memories, protect what you've built with care, especially within yourself. Today isn't about closing your heart. It's about being selective with what you allow to touch your soul. Some emotions need a shoulder, not an audience. Some feelings ask for silence, not explanations. And love, when it's real, shows up in the smallest gestures and in the protection of what makes you, you. After all the running, proving, fixing, and holding things together, you need to come back. Back to yourself, back inside, back to the origin point, where emotions aren't weakness, they're a compass. Today, the sky asks for no rush. It asks for gentleness. If you're feeling lost, stop running. Be still. If you're feeling tired, stop fighting. Rest. Because the healing you're searching for isn't out there. It's in the embrace you haven't given yourself yet. This moon invites you to do just that, to stop abandoning yourself, and finally, allow your soul to have a home. If this video spoke to you, leave a comment below. Today, I come back to myself. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, because May is just beginning, and it's going to ask for your whole heart. See you on the journey.